let's get into this before we kill too much time. Yeah, I think this is the real Hulk, Revan. We're gonna see the true danger of the Hulk. That would be the real Hulk, not Professor Hulk. And I'm thinking it's not the MCU, it's the comics, not the MCU.
Hey! What are you doing out here? It's dangerous. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna be in here for a while. Please, take a seat. Hello, I'm Tyler. This is the Imaginary Axis, and boy did you pick a bad time to take a jog. There's a giant green monster filled with gamma radiation rampaging around outside. And well, I guess technically rampaging isn't the right word. He's fighting a supervillain. But that's still pretty dangerous.
Okay.
The Hulk is a 7'6", 1,200-pound giant, and that's on a good day. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, and since strength is often directly proportional to muscle mass,
Oh god, no. The Ang Lee version of the Hulk does not exist. No. Ang Lee Hulk does not exist.
means he gets bigger too. You really shouldn't be wandering around anywhere near the Hulk. He's been seen swinging his fists at supersonic speeds before. If something of that size came flying toward your face at 340 meters per second, you'd experience a whopping 1,233,860 newtons of force. That would be like if an average person took a swing at you, but instead of fists, the ends of their arms were outfitted with full X-60 commuter trains, capable of comfortably seating 374 people. The 2,097,562 joules of energy packed into that punch would hit like half a kilogram of TNT exploding in your face. You would
Ouchie. That is why I said the Ang Lee Hulk does not exist. That's the 2004 Eric Bana Hulk. It does not exist. We don't talk about that. No, the Edward Norton Hulk is good, and the first Avengers movie, Mark Ruffalo Hulk, was good. Subsequent Hulks were not as good. If they had done some kind of... Okay, as a gimme, the very first Ruffalo Hulk, the one from the Avengers movie, was good. Now, I liked the Edward Norton Hulk better. Because basically the Edward Norton Hulk was probably closer to Savage Hulk, whereas the Mark Ruffalo Hulk from the Avengers was closer to a more traditional Hulk. And then they just went stupid from there. So yeah, it's like Savage Hulk versus traditional Hulk. If they found some really good happy medium between the two, you'd have the perfect Hulk in the MCU. Unfortunately, they didn't do that. Ferrigno Hulk has a special place in everyone's heart.
For all intents and purposes, be obliterated. And this is all very conservative. Historically, the Hulk has been capable of splitting and carrying mountains, knocking enemies into space, standing up to guys like Hercules, Thor, and Onslaught, who can actually create suns, and even performing the dreaded thunderclap. If you're not familiar with that term...
Which I am so disappointed they didn't do enough. I wish they did. They only did the Hulk thunderclap like maybe twice. They did it in the Norton Hulk. The Norton Hulk did it once, and it was to put out a fire, which was kind of disappointing. And I think, that's what I'm referring to. In the Norton movie, at the end, during the big fight, there's like a big wall of fire that's about to kill Betty and her father, and he does his thunderclap to create basically a wind force to basically just blast the fire away. And he did it once. The only time the Ruffalo version of the Hulk did it was in the fucking She-Hulk TV show. He did the thunderclap, and then she kind of got knocked back and did that clap, 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 clap thing that actually knocked him on his ass and said, girl power better than guy power. No, I think when he broke Harlem was... Oh, if you're talking about the Edward Norton Hulk, I think that may have been referencing Breaking Harlem, is the Edward Norton Hulk final fight. That could be. No, Revan, what we need, which unfortunately he's too old to do it anymore, we need Wolverine versus Hulk. That's what we need. Unfortunately, Hugh Jackman, he's just too old to be able to, for that kind of physicality, and we're not going to get it, unfortunately. The MCU has basically treated Hulk like shit, and I don't expect that to change.
Thunderclap. If you're not familiar with that term, it's when the Hulk takes both hands and slams them together hard enough to blow the enemy away. If he's out there right now doing that against somebody who can match his blows, then not only should you not be near the Hulk, you should be in cover. These claps serve as proof that the Hulk is angry enough to swing at speeds well beyond supersonic if he wants to. The shockwaves are caused by mass colliding together so fast and with so much force that it knocks the surrounding air molecules forward at tremendous speeds, which in turn knock other molecules forward at tremendous speeds until they've all just kind of clumped together into a wave that can knock over enemies. And during the Hulk's most powerful thunderclaps, these waves become strong enough to outperform natural disasters, igniting all of the hydrogen.
By the way, funny story. The Hulk tried to do this against Wolverine. The Hulk did the thunderclap against Wolverine. You know what happened when the Hulk did that? It pissed Logan off and he punched his claws right through Hulk's chest and out his back. That's what happened when the Hulk tried to do the thunderclap to Wolverine. It just pissed him off.
In the surrounding air, melting concrete, and creating winds that exceed 157 miles per hour. That's a Class 5 hurricane for all you weather experts. If the Hulk is angry enough to attack with this level of force, and you're unlucky enough to be living close by, you need to go inside, take shelter near the ground underneath a steady structure, and stay away from all doors and windows. Because the force he's creating without even touching you is enough to throw trees through the air and cause total structural failure to most nearby buildings. You don't even have to be the target of the Hulk's rage. If you're within a few miles of a fight like this, the clash of the Hulk's attacks will rupture your eardrums.
Well, no, Logan didn't actually say anything. This was during an arc where Logan was trying to control his inner beast and was actually trying to be civil. He was trying to actually talk the Hulk down. Because this was Grey Hulk era. This was when the Hulk was in his gray era, so he wasn't quite as strong as his normal green strength. He was still the Hulk, though, and he was like, the Grey Hulk was like a nasty son of a bitch. It combined the Hulk's strength with a very sinister cunning. And Wolverine was trying to actually be calm. He was trying to not let his beast take over, and was trying to talk the Hulk down. And the Hulk just kept trying to hit him, and Logan kept dodging. And he finally thunderclapped him and nearly burst Logan's ears from it, because, remember, Logan has sensitive hearing. And when he did that, when he did the thunderclap, Logan just went, I'm done. And went berserk. Logan went full-on fucking berserker mode, charged the Hulk, and basically punched his claws through Hulk's chest and out his back. And then proceeded to they both just started to tear the fuck out of each other. So yeah, that's what happens when the Hulk does the thunderclap to Wolverine.
rupture your lungs, split your skull open, and cause your skin to burst into flames.
Yes,
That's
tornado,
why I
he
recommend
did.
an underground bunker. Bunkers are a good idea because while underground the Hulk can't reach you, the winds can't reach you, and any collateral damage caused by the fight should only be a problem on the surface. If the Hulk is angry enough and his enemy is strong enough, their clashes can and will level a city.
I did love the
without any
savageness of
direct
the Edward
contact
Norton
to
Hulk.
said city. I actually sat down with my calculator and found out that this fight between the Hulk and Iron Man caused an estimated $24,726,000 in damages. And that battle
Well, why do you think Tony said, how fast can we buy that building?
specifically involved a weaker version of the Hulk and Iron Man doing everything he could to minimize damages. In the conventional Marvel universe, the Hulk has leveled an entire city just by stomping really hard. Don't worry, there are bunkers out there that are built to withstand up to magnitude 10 earthquakes, which is probably more than enough considering the largest earthquake on record was the Great Chilean earthquake of May 22nd, 1960, a magnitude 9.5. If the Hulk gets angry enough, he starts literally bursting with gamma energy. This is a sign that he's about as powerful as we've ever seen him. The Hulk's powers work by drawing in and absorbing ambient gamma energy from the universe. The angrier he gets, the more energy that comes through, and quicker. Being some of the most powerful radiation known to mankind, this gamma energy saturates his cells and reinforces them like a really sturdy wall. And when the cells have become too saturated and he just can't take in anymore, his healing factor creates extra cells to store the new energy, explaining why he gets bigger as he gets angrier. But once the Hulk starts literally leaking gamma radiation, this shows that his healing factor is having trouble keeping up with the massive amount of energy he's channeling. Whether it's because his energy growth has outpaced his healing, or his healing has reached its limit entirely, is anybody's guess. But these bursts may as well signal the end of the world. Gamma ray bursts are a real phenomenon that happen in our universe every day. You can't see them because your eyes don't detect gamma rays, but the night sky frequently houses faraway lights from the beginning of time that outshine our sun, courtesy of the greatest stars in our universe exploding billions of years ago. They are the most powerful, single events that occur in our universe. And the Hulk is causing a localized version of that right here on Earth. In this form, a single step from the Hulk once nearly sank the East Coast. And he manipulated the tectonic plates of a planet by himself. If he ever gets this angry near you, it's probably just a good idea to evacuate, no matter how good your bunker is. The Cheyenne Mountain Complex might be the only place on Earth that can survive being in proximity of a Hulk fight this intense. Located in Colorado Springs, buried 2,000 feet in solid granite, with 25-ton blast doors designed to withstand a nuclear strike, sitting on a total of more than 1,000 specially designed springs to prevent it from moving more than an inch during even the most intense earthquake. These 15...
Well, I mean, this is... If I'm not mistaken, is Cheyenne Complex, is that not where, like... Is that where nuclear weapons or nuclear waste are stored? I forget. It's one of the two. It is like a nuclear stockpile. I just can't remember if it's waste or weapons. I know Yucca Mountain is... They're trying to... Oh, it's NORAD? Cheyenne's NORAD? Okay. Why am I thinking NORAD was somewhere else? I don't know why. I thought NORAD was somewhere else entirely. And I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe, Ziptop, maybe that's what I'm mixing it up with, is that they're monitoring nuclear launches. And that's kind of where I'm mixing it up with it housing nuclear weapons. They're not housing the weapons, they're monitoring launches. And that's probably where I'm getting the confusion from. Okay.
3-story buildings are quite possibly the safest places on Earth. But only if the Hulk is fighting somebody on the outside and not actively trying to get inside.
Yeah.
He's canonically punched through nuke-proof doors more than once. In another video I made, we discussed some theoretical limitations on the Hulk's supposedly infinite strength. And if you recall, that video ended with the scene of the Hulk breaking a planet without even directly attacking it. The punch that ended the world in that comic was not unlike an ultra powerful nuclear blast. A callback to the thunderclaps discussed earlier. The Hulk had gotten so big and so fast that as he attacked his opponent in that scene, the air molecules that would have normally just been shoved into other air molecules were instead hit so hard that they fused with the atoms in the Hulk's fist, releasing an enormous burst of gamma rays that in turn ripped apart the other air molecules, that ripped apart the other air molecules, that eventually ripped apart the ground and the life forms, and the sky burst into flames, so even if you somehow weren't affected by the nuclear reactions going on all around you, the liquids in your body would still all instantly evaporate and your skin would...
Okay, did he do this to Earth, or was this done, or did he do this to Skaro? This feels like he did this on Skaro. Although, if this is the Wendigo, was this on Earth? Where did this happen? I don't follow the whole comics, so... I'm worried if this is like the end of World War Hulk.
Evaporate and your skin would boil off, and it's quite possible that the only reason this whole chain reaction stopped is because it ran out of a medium to travel through. The Hulk is a good guy.
Dark dimension. Okay.
He would never do anything like that if there were innocents around. And that's why we're safe just kind of hiding during his larger profile fights. But isn't that a little weird?
Is the world... Okay, World Breaker
Hulk
Hulk
is dangerous. There's no doubt about it. But he's a different kind of dangerous than Superman, for instance. Sure, we all know Superman could end the world if he wanted to, but most of us aren't actually afraid he'll do it. He's a pretty nice guy.
Unless you're an injustice.
The Hulk, on the other hand... Don't get me wrong, I know the Hulk can be a nice guy too. But does he really have the same track record? Oh yes, there have been times. There have been so many times when the Hulk has smashed
No, not Angry Hulk, not Angry Hulk.
When he's voiced his general annoyance at everybody
around him. Oh wait, that wasn't.
The Hulk doesn't want any friends. The Hulk wants to be left alone. So, why isn't he? Why hasn't the Hulk just finished off the planet and gotten the peace he's always wanted? Proven once and for all that he's the strongest there is? We know he could.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was from Age of Ultron. Yeah, Ribbon. I realized it after I said it that was the Age of Ultron Hulk.
Just the right flick of his wrist, the right stomp in his step, and everything would be gone. Few people could stop him. Bruce Banner has expressed repeatedly that he doesn't think the Hulk has an ounce of humanity. But what if, even in his darkest moments, that just isn't true? Because there's some part of him that...
Yeah, Alex, I saw that panel when, I forget if it was Mephisto or Strange or whoever caused the entire world to forget about Spider-Man. The Hulk was the only one that remembered who Spider-Man was. Because of the gamma radiation permeating him, it basically insulated him from the spell that caused the entire planet to forget who Spider-Man was. I think it was the storyline of after Peter revealed his secret identity, and it resulted in basically people coming after those that he loved. He had he had Doctor Strange cast the spell, and and everybody forgot that he was Peter Parker except the Hulk. The Hulk, Bruce Banner forgot, but the Hulk remembered. The Hulk knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man because the gamma radiation basically insulated him from the spell. How that works when we're talking science versus magic, I don't know. It's Marvel. So, yeah, cool.
That enjoys hanging out in Avengers Tower. That smiles when he sees children dressing up like him. That looks forward to the occasional throwdown with Wolverine and Thor, two fights that actually sometimes challenge him. He's an unstoppable monster among weak, fragile humans. But as long as people keep cheering when they see him, and his friends keep treating him like he's a normal person, going on adventures for fun, having casual conversations, inviting him over to hang out,
Oh, is it,
he'll
Rubbo?
feel like a normal person. And who would ever want to destroy the world when they have people like that around? Those kinds of people are really hard to find. So if there's one planet with a surplus, it's probably worth protecting. Even if they can make you a little angry.
Eh.
Hey everybody, Tyler again, and thank you for watching my second video ever on the Hulk. You know, I was just rewatching the last one and thought there's so much more to say here, and this video is my attempt to do that. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. I also have a Twitter page where
really,
I try to post
Alex?
comic
He
book
did
facts
that?
daily, so if you could use more Marvel in your life, then
Really?
go check that out too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find a way to produce content more regularly. Thanks for watching to the end, and have a fantastic day.
Oh, Revan, stop. He wasn't. He didn't simp to Widow. Widow had that post-hypnotic trigger. Now, Bruce Banner. Yes, Bruce Banner was simping to Widow. Wait, what? There's a panel in Death Battle that shows him simping to Widow? Really? I mean, if he's gonna simp to someone, Widow's not a bad choice. Natasha is... Oh, you're talking about Superman. Okay. Yeah, well, that's just DC writers not really knowing how to write Superman without him, basically. Superman is probably more of a walking meme than Saitama is, and Saitama is actually written to be a fucking meme. So... Oh, zip ties? She is more than hot enough. She is more than hot enough. I'd sip to Widow. In a heartbeat. Natasha could do all sorts of things to me. She does have that tether line in her Widow's bite. Ooh, she can have fun with that. Atanashi, why not both? I can multitask. I can do both. I wouldn't so much want the shocky things, but the tether line, that could be useful.